Martha Wynona Garrett Clark. I was born in Marshall County. I have lived here all of my life. I was born November the 10th, 1927.
Mrs. Wynona Clark was the fourth child born to Connie Clayton and Ola Luna Bryant Garrett. Her father was a sharecropper near the Mooresville community, and Mrs. Clark remembers well how different it was to farm without modern technology.
We didn't have the conveniences in farming by any means like we have today. It was just a horse and plow, and those are the things that have been amazing to me, how much easier it is for farmers today than it was when I grew up.
After urging the schoolmaster to let her start school early so she could be with her older siblings, she began elementary school at the age of 5 in Mooresville. She then went on to attend Marshall County High School and graduated in 1945. Soon afterwards, she went to work for Jimmy Joe Murray's Tennessee Walking Horse Farm as secretary and later editor of the Tennessee Walking Horse magazine. She later worked at the local radio station in Lewisburg and had her own show called Listen Ladies. And then in 1950, she was urged to go on a blind date with a farm boy from Chapel Hill, Wilburn Eugene Clark.
We first we met, we probably went to a movie. Of course, double dated. Back then, you double dated more than, they do now. And just right off, he decided that I was who he needed. And so in a short time from that, then we were married.
Jean and Wynona were married on December 16, 1950. The Clarks soon bought a farm just outside of Lewisburg in the Berlin community and had 2 daughters, and now there are 5 grandchildren and 3 great-grandchildren. And after almost 64 years together, Mr. Clark passed away in September after a long battle with cancer. In their early years, the Clarks had a dairy and raised beef cattle, hay and tobacco, and always had a big garden. And Mrs. Clark was always busy in the kitchen, cooking and canning and raising flowers. She's also spent countless hours quilting and sewing and has over 300 dolls in her collection. And her community activities have been remarkable. She spent 38 years employed with Kathy's Furniture Manufacturing in Lewisburg, where she became secretary, treasurer, and office manager. She helped organize the Pilot Club International and was a member of the Lewisburg Music Club, the Marshall County Concert Association, the Women's Club. She served as poll officer for the Marshall County Electoral Precinct for 10 years, and for 40 years she taught first grade Sunday school at her church, the Church Street Church of Christ.
It made me realize the importance that everybody needs to have religion as a part of their life. You just automatically, if you fall in line, you're part of what they're teaching. Sunday school, the kids came and I felt like that we had helped them by the time their year with us was up, because we've tried every way to get it instilled in them, the importance of religion.
We want to keep Tennessee looking good.
And for many years, Mrs. Clark has continued to share the important story of agriculture, especially through her work with Farm Bureau. As chairman of the Farm Bureau Women for 17 years, she was instrumental in organizing the Farm Day for the county's 4th graders, and she helped to reorganize the county's Young Farmers and Ranchers program.
Farm Bureau was something that was with us for years, and when we got married, we knew what insurance company we were planning to go with. Daddy had always had Farm Bureau, and we knew that it was a good organization, so we went with Farm Bureau. It makes you feel good when you go to a meeting and you know they're all working for the same thing. And Farm Bureau's here to stay.
And whether it was through Farm Bureau, her church, or the community, Mrs. Wynona Clark has always strived to serve others the best she could. And because of that lifelong dedication and commitment, she's being honored with the Distinguished Service Award.
I was very humble when they came out and told me that I had been selected for this honor. And it makes you think, well, I hope I've done the job that I was supposed to do.
Miss Wynona, it's a tremendous honor for me to have a part in giving this to you, and your lifelong service to Farm Bureau greatly appreciated. And we sure appreciate you so much and love you.
Well,
God
thank you
God
very
bless you.
much. There's nothing like Farm Bureau. I have been a member of Farm Bureau for many, many years. When I retired, then I joined up with the Farm Bureau Women, and that has been a pleasure for me. I enjoy all of the conventions that we have, and it's just a wonderful organization, and I encourage all of you and the young farmers to get involved, because you are the backbone of Farm Bureau, and continue to carry on the tradition that has been set before you to keep Farm Bureau and the Farm Bureau women and the others busy all the time. So I encourage you to continue with Farm Bureau. Insurance is one of the best things that we have as well. So all aspects of Farm Bureau is something that is good for you, and continue with it.